This week we are coming out with two interesting webinars, and the first webinar is what should you do when the market goes nowhere, the investment strategies that work. And the second webinar is women's only webinar, that is Kodishwari webinar, investing between market chaos, where we discuss on how to navigate through market hurdles for your investment journey. To join the webinar, click the link in the description.
When I meet young Gen Z investors, I ask them, where do you invest your savings? The good news is Gen Z is actually saving. Contrary to what narratives we hear that, oh, this is a generation that only wants to spend and live it up, they save, and they save quite a bit. That's the good news. But are they investing right? That was the question that I was trying to answer for myself. Because I don't doubt that they would have the good Indian saving ethic. I think they have it. But is their investment ethic as strong as their savings ethic? That's the question that I have been having in my mind, and that's the question for which I am looking for the answer. Most of the people I spoke to have gotten onto the platforms. And what do? They do only indexing. And I thought to myself, imagine being 25 and doing only indexing. Would I have done this? And it struck me that I wouldn't have done it to save my life, because it was so mediocre and so poor in productivity. Why would a Gen Z guy who's doing all the exciting things in his life, whose job is a good one, he's living up to the challenges of a job, he's working in cutting edge technology, his lifestyle has the best of everything in it, he's completely tuned in with what's going on in the world, he's up to date on the latest technologies, everything. But go and see what he's doing in his investments. He's just doing indexing. I didn't like that. I would never do that. I wouldn't want my kids to just do indexing, because India is still a fast-growing economy. It's an economy where there is enormous business opportunity. Some businesses always offer better growth opportunity than others. It's very possible for every investor to assemble a portfolio of great businesses from the growth industries, and it is possible to buy them at reasonable valuations. So, India is still very much a great place to do active management, whereas indexing is passive management. And if you can do good active management in India, your returns are going to far outstrip what indexing can do to you. So, why would a young person try to grow his wealth at 10% through indexing when he can do active investing smartly and get up to 15%? Most people don't realize that if you're going to get just 10% return every year, your money would probably double once in 7 years. But if you can get 15% returns, then you're going to double your money in under 5 years. Which means that the ability to compound is far higher if you can do some good active investing for yourself. Even if you can't personally do good active investing, it's very much possible for you to get good advice and do active investing. Whereas most of the Gen Z guys have just gone on to do plain indexing because they've seen number of videos which say indexing is enough. Indexing is enough in a low growth, mature economy like the United States. But even there are numerous opportunities if you can do good active investing. But in India, I think the opportunities are so good that indexing should not be your first choice. You should do active investing. You should make informed choices. You should stay with those choices for long periods of time. You must ensure that mistakes don't enter your investment choices. By keeping mistakes away and making sensible choices, you're going to create an investment journey which will move much faster than indexing. And if you can make far more returns than what indexing can give you, your compounding experience is going to be far superior to those who are simply sticking to indexing because they don't want to try too hard. In an economy like India where growth across sectors is going to be outlier, you need to catch the right sectors, the right products, the right active managers and give them your money so that they deliver superior returns over indexing. If you can manage this, then your wealth creation will stand out against those who did indexing. You will achieve far more over 20 years. And that differential is something you may not be imagining now. But 20 years later, when you see what you achieved and what the guy who did indexing achieved, you will realize that you did the right thing. The most important thing for you to remember is that it's not enough to understand this 20 years later. You need to understand it now so that you do the right thing now without any delay. That's the key challenge before all the Gen Z investors who are in the market today. Think beyond indexing. Think how you can do active investing. Think of smart ways to improve your active investing and see how you can compound your savings better. That's not a challenge. That's not something you can ignore. It is a compulsive need for every one of you. Remember that and get going.